And also do want to touch, briefly the situation with Bill Cosby. He has been sentenced to 3 to 10 years in prison for sexual assault. So, that was a case that people were watching, for over the past couple of years. And, it was just one of those strange things because, there was a period of time, a few years ago where a lot of people were just coming out accusing Bill Cosby of, sexual misconduct. And also during that time, right before and definitely right after, a lot of people were getting accused of sexual misconduct. A lot of people lost their jobs. Bill Cosby himself have lost a lot. People that gave him honorary doctorates, took it back. There's a lot of things that Bill Cosby has been going through in the past few years because, a lot of people, came up with the allegations, and they were not able to stick any of those cases because, the statute of limitation did run out on all of the people that were trying to accuse him, except the one that he was just convicted for. They basically beat the deadline with that one in order to, to file charges in that case in Pennsylvania. And, he was convicted of sexual misconduct a few weeks ago. And then, today the big news came out that he has been sentenced to 3 to 10 years for sexual misconduct. And basically they, I'm looking for the exact quote of the judge who said that who classified him as a sexually violent predator. So now, we're talking about a few years back. Now, we're talking about right now, Bill Cosby is 81 years old. So 3 to 10 years. So that basically, minimum, he'll be out of prison when he's 84. Maximum, he'll be out of prison when he's 91. And, that's if God spares his life. But, with his condition, with his health condition, and, being in prison, depending on the type of prison that he will be in, chances are that he may be spending the rest of his life in prison. Now, we talk about Bill Cosby, the comedian Bill Cosby from The Cosby Show. He had his up and downs, even with, with his own community, with the Black community, with some of the statements that he was making that people felt that he should not be making publicly. And then on the business side, where the conspiracy comes in with a lot of things that, he was trying to make a lot of power moves, such as, back in the days, he tried to purchase NBC, tried to take over NBC. He tried to do it again. And that's when the second time around, a lot of the allegations came up against him. So Robert said that the judge needs someone to sexually assault him. So just want to, once again, those that are listening or watching on our Facebook pages, you can always put your comments on anything that we talk about, and also on the Caribbean Power Jam Radio app, as well as the TuneIn app. So, basically, just wanted to touch the situation with Bill Cosby, and, because that's, pretty much big news for today that he was convicted a few weeks ago, but the official charges were handed down today, where he will be serving, will he be 3 to 10 years. And I don't know exactly how to look. I got to double check it, but I did read somewhere that he is actually not eligible for parole. So I don't know how they're saying 3 to 10, but yet at the same time, he's not eligible for parole. But I have to actually fact check that. But I did see on one of the news sources that he was not eligible. No, actually, because I know he's going to be appealing his case. That's what it was. He's going to appeal his case, but they revoked his bail for the next case. So he has to serve his minimum 3 and up to 10. And we'll see what happens along the way in terms of any appeal or anything like that. So yeah, I just had to make correction with that. So yeah, so everybody out there, just regardless of how you feel about Bill Cosby, regardless of how you feel about the issue of sexual misconduct, which has been, a major issue in the U.S., for years, but definitely in the last 2 years, a lot of people have been going down, Russell Simmons, you name it, there's plenty people that, people just came out and just, had a lot of allegations made against them. So just once again, of course, because that's the big news today. So just had to touch, of course, that situation with Bill Cosby. So, our prayers go with him. And, to his family, he's had a lot of tragedy in his family, lost children. He's been going through a lot. So, regardless of the success that you remember Bill Cosby for, just also remember that he had a lot of tragedies in his tragedies in his life, losing children and, just, major problems. So just want to, of course, highlight.
The Gallery every Tuesday. Miss Stacy, Nicole Renee, and Badman Benny.